Hi, this is Chef Dave from In the House with Chef Dave. In this episode, we're going to be making stuffed pork tenderloin, a potatoes au gratin, a steamed broccoli and carrots, and a spring salad with a Bob's vinaigrette. Enjoy the show and bon appetit. Okay, first of all, what we're going to do is we put a cup and a half of water in here with about a half a stick of butter and some pork base, which is basically to give it some flavor and stuff like that. That is for our stuffing. We also put some water back here that we're going to use for our steamed vegetables. So what I'm going to do is add to this, I'm going to add some chopped onions and celery that we chopped up earlier. And I'm going to add a little pinch of my salt, pepper, garlic mixture. Just a pinch. Yep. And we're going to let that boil. We're going to let the other water boil too for the vegetables. And then we're going to cut the potatoes. Okay, now what we're going to do is make our potatoes au gratin. First of all, I took 10 potatoes and I washed them. And we're going to cut these, slice them thin. Just like this. Probably about 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick. We want them to cook very fast. And that's basically about the size you want right here. Now that we've finished slicing the potatoes, I'm going to show you how to layer it for the potatoes au gratin. What I do is I layer it like this, overlapping right here, and we're going to make 3 layers. So this is how it's done. After we get through with the first layer, what we're going to do is add a little salt, pepper, garlic like this, just a pinch. Then we're going to throw some dabs of sour cream. Just like that, about 6 dabs. We're going to add a little butter. Probably about a half a stick. Now the butter I tend to put on the outside of the potatoes like this because it's going to accumulate in the middle anyway once they start baking. So we're going to add a layer of cheese on this. Now you can use cheddar cheese. What I'm using here is an American cheddar, which is what I pre-sliced. Go. I'm going to add another layer real quick. Just overlap the potatoes. Doesn't really take that long to make potatoes au gratin. Very simple dish. Overlapped. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. A little salt, pepper, garlic. Just like that. Sour cream. Dab it. Dab it. 6 dabs. Okay, a little more butter. And one more layer to go after we put this cheese on. Go last layer. salt, pepper, garlic one more time. Sour cream. And our butter. Go, the rest of our cheese. There we go. And we're going to place that in the oven at 325. Okay, now what we're going to do is put the potatoes in the oven. This, and we're going to go ahead and finish up our stuffing. Now what we're going to do for our stuffing, we're going to add some breadcrumbs that we toasted and crumbled up, and we'll cut them into little tiny pieces. We're going to add that in, like that. We're going to stir it. We're going to cut this off. And all we need to do now is just stir it in. Should have a really nice moist stuffing. Takes about a minute to make. There we go, and that's what it looks like right there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you how to cut your pork loin. Now I got these cut in about a 1 inch to a 3/4 inch strip, and if you see the fat is on the back, what I'm going to do is cut toward the fat to butterfly it. So you go right down the middle like this. There you go, and you have a butterfied pork chop. So we're going to cut all 9 of these just like this, and then we're going to stuff them. Now that we're through butterflying our pork chops, we're going to stuff them with the stuffing that we made earlier. First what I did was take a sheet pan and put butter on it and melt it a little bit in the oven, and I brought it back out. Now we're going to stuff the pork chops. What I do is I put about 2 tablespoons in there to 3 and fold it over just like that. And there you go. And go ahead and do it just like this. Pack it in there nice. And in the pan. A little more. Pretty simple to do. Just a few more to go and we will be done. It took us all of probably about 3 minutes. One more, we're going to add all this to it. Everything on the plate. Just the right amount. There. Now the last little bit, we're going to add some salt, pepper, garlic to each one of them. just a little more than this one here. And that's how you stuff the pork chops. Now that we've finished stuffing our pork chops, what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the oven here, right next to the potatoes au gratin, and they should be ready in about 15 to 20 minutes. Now what we're going to do is take some pre-cut carrots and broccoli, and we're going to put them in the water that we had boiled earlier and steam them real quick, just like this. Basically what I'm going to do is just blanch them off for about 2 or 3 minutes. Now that our vegetables have blanched, what I'm going to do is cut the stove off. We're going to take these, we're going to come over here to the sink and put it in our colander here and strain them. There we go. And take this, strain it really well. Alright, now we're going to take our vegetables, we're going to put them right in this bowl. Oh, they're so nice and green and orange. Beautiful colors. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little butter to it. Just some more all over it. Probably love butter here. Look at that. Nice. Just a little more. Spread it all out. Get all these veggies buttered up. Now I'm going to add a little salt, pepper, garlic. Just like that. A little more. Go, and one more pinch. I'm going to take these, I'm going to pull off from the bottom like that, so we'll mix them up with the salt, pepper, and the garlic. Mix them up. There we go, and now we have our steamed vegetables. Now what we're going to do is make our spring salad with our Bob's vinaigrette. Now first what we have a mix of lettuce and different kinds of lettuce and some onions here we prepared. You got leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, radicule lettuce, all different kinds. Now what we're going to do is make our Bob's vinaigrette, and this is one of my good friend's recipes. What we do is we're going to add a 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar, like that. We're going to add a 1/3 cup of olive oil, a 1/3 of a cup of honey, like that, and we have some Italian spices, which include salt, pepper, garlic, basil, thyme, rosemary, and oregano. We're going to add that, about 2 tablespoons, like that, and we're going to whisk it all together just like this. Usually whisk it for about a minute. You'll notice it'll turn a light brown. And there we have our vinaigrette. Now that we've finished our salad vinaigrette dressing, we're going to go ahead and check on our meat and our potatoes au gratin. And they look good and ready, so we're going to pull out our potatoes au gratin. There we go. Alright, and our stuffed pork chops. How about that? And that's the way it should be done. Now, this is our food for 10. Our stuffed pork loin, our potatoes au gratin, our broccoli and carrots, and our spring salad with our vinaigrette dressing. Now that we're finished cooking, it's time to eat. And we want to thank Bob and Melba for the use of their kitchen and their input in episode 3 of In the House with Chef Dave. Now it's time to eat. Bon appetit. You may contact us at CelebrityChefDave@gmail.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel.